Hello, and welcome back to Infinite Jeff, the project where I, Jeffrey, read to you the book Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace, one day at a time, one page at a time. And today, I'm eating some celery, just while I do the intro. I promise, when I start reading, I won't have a mouthful of celery. But you may be asking, I know I am, what is Infinite Jest? Well, like I said, I read Infinite Jest, one day at a time, one page at a time. David Foster Wallace novel, published 1996, originally. And I put it on YouTube for all to hear. Oh, none of you. Or one of you. Or 700 of you. I don't know. Probably a reason why you're not supposed to talk with your mouth full. But I can't figure it out. I only have one more piece after this mouthful. I applaud your patience. Rocket. Just take the whole mouthful. It is June 2nd, 2020. Currently 3:34 p.m. Went to the store, picked up a record, two records actually. David Bowie's Diamond Dogs. And I think once I get Aladdin Sane, that'll be all of his 70s records that I'll have. But I also got the record I Love You Honey Bear by Father John Misty, which is a phenomenal album, both from a musical and a lyrical standpoint. So, I got that, which I already had. I got it from my friend Chris, because he moved to Arizona, and I was going to mail him a record that he bought, but he didn't have a record player. So he left it with me. Now he has a record player. Old blues man named Lightning Hopkins. So I'm shipping that down. I also have a record that I won in a contest a few years ago. That's a salute to Jimmy Rogers. A salute to Jimmy Rogers, which is he's another blues guy. But it was like a tribute concert. Featured a bunch of white guys. And I listened to it. I never opened it, but I listened to it on YouTube. It didn't appeal to me. So see if Chris wants it. If he doesn't, he can do whatever he wants with it. But so something of his that I had, something of mine that I had but didn't really want, and something that I think he'll like. I hope. So, but anyway, all right. Finally finished with my celery. We're on to page 103. That's right. We're into the triple digits. Still a novelty to me. But here we go. There'd be clear evidence that T. Shat's still in one of the toilet stalls off the showers, even if Hal couldn't see the tip of one of Shat's enormous purple shower thongs under the door of the stall right by where the shower area entryway cuts into his line of sight. Something humble, placid even, about inert feet under stall doors. The defecatory posture is an accepting posture, it occurs to him. Head down, elbows on knees, fingers laced together between the knees. Some hunched, timeless millennial type of waiting, almost religious. Luther's shoes on the floor beneath the chamber pot, placid, possibly made of wood. Luther's 16th century shoes, awaiting epiphany. The mute quiescence, suffering, quiescent. I'm just going to look that up, because I've seen that word before. I'm not even sure I'm saying it right. Okay.
Quiescent.
Quiescent. All right, quiescent. My apologies. Which means in a state or period of inactivity or dormancy. Quiescent. The mute quiescent suffering of generations of salesmen in the stalls of train station Johns, heads down, fingers laced, shined shoes inert, awaiting the acid gush. Women's slippers, centurions' dusty sandals, dock workers' hobnailed boots, Pope's slippers, all waiting, pointing straight ahead, slightly tapping. Huge, shaggy-browed men in skins hunched just past the firelight circle with wadded leaves in one hand, waiting. Shat suffered from Crohn's disease, footnote 43, a bequest from his ulcerative colitic dad, and had to take carminative medication with every meal, and took a lot of guff about his digestive troubles, and had developed all things arthritic gout, too, somehow, because of the Crohn's disease, which had settled in his right knee and caused him terrible pain on the court. Frears and Tall Paul Shaw's rackets fell off the bench with a clatter, and Beak and Blot moved fast to pick them up and stack them on the bench. Beak one-handed because the other hand is keeping his towel fastened. Because so, that's what's let's see. Because so, that was let's see. Strux says. Pemulus loves to sing around tile. Strux hitting the palm with a finger for equal either emphasis or ordinal counting. Close to, let's call it, an hour run for the A squads, an hour 15 drills, 2 matches back-to-back. I only played once, Trolsch injects. Had a measurable fever in the AM. DeLint said to throttle down today. Folks that went 3 sets only played 1 match. Spodek and Kent, for instance, Stice says. Funny how his health always seems to rally when AM drills get out, Freer says. Nice. Like, conservatively 2 hours for the matches. Conservatively. Then half an hour on the machines under fucking Loesch's Beatty Browns, sitting there with the clipboard. That's, let's call it 5 hours of vigorous non-stop straight-out motion. Sustained and strenuous exertion. Shit's determined... wow, what was that? Shit's determined this year we ain't singing no silly songs at Port Washington. John Wayne hasn't said 1 word this whole time. The contents of his locker are neat and organized. He always buttons his shirt all the way up to... And that does it, ladies and germs, cats and kittens, for today's installment of Infinite Jeff. Yeah. I applaud your patience for sitting through my celery review early on. And, yeah. So, good night.